Hey everybody, this is Lifestyles with Eric. What's going on? We're trying to get Mr. George in. Let's see if we can get him in. Let's see. Okay. What's going on, Miss Keith? What's happening? This is Lifestyles with Eric. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Trying to get Mr. George in. Let's see. Invite guests. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. What's going on, everybody? What's happening, Miss Debbie? Welcome to Lifestyles. What's happening? All right. Hello, hello, hello. What's happening? Welcome to Lifestyles. We're waiting to see if Mr. George comes in. Let's get all this stuff straight. All right. I hope everybody's having a hey. What's going on, Melanie? What's happening? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. And Lily, thanks for coming in. We're gonna see who comes in the chat tonight. I got on my official Lifestyles t-shirt. Lifestyles with Eric. Again, I hope everybody's having a good evening. We're in our new studio. I'm doing some rearranging and changing some stuff around. Let's get this a little closer. All right. Let's see who comes in the chat tonight. Let's see who comes in. Where's Mr. George at? Let's see. Mr. George. Is Mr. George in? Waiting on Mr. George. Come on in, Mr. George. Let's see. Waiting to see if Mr. George is coming in. Where you at, Mr. George? Waiting on Mr. George to come on in. What's going on, Lala? What's happening? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Hey. What's going on, officer? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, Tori? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate that. Right on. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Who else is coming in? Waiting on Mr. George. Waiting to see if Mr. George is going to come in. Let's see. Where is Mr. George at? Let's see. Come on, Mr. George. Where you at? Where'd you go, Mr. George? He's going to try to see. No, we're not. Something is blocked. Let's see. There's Mr. George. Hey. All right. I can see you. Where you go, buddy? I see you. Oh, okay, hold on. There we go. Hey, all right there. Mr. George, can you hear me, sir?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. It's a go.
Okay.
All right. What's going on?
All right.
Thumbs up the
Man,
video. George, Mr. George, say hello to everybody. You got Shirley, you got Teresa, you got Yvette, Lala, Melanie, Lily. You got a few people in, so everybody's tuning in. We're going to topic tonight. We're going to stay on topic tonight.
How's it going, everybody? How's everybody doing?
I hope everybody's having a blessed evening. Is that jazz? Is that jazz? It's not. Can you hear it? Or is it too?
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it in the background. It ain't too loud.
Okay. So trying to see who else is going to come in and chat tonight before we get to talking. And everybody, this is Lifestyles with Eric and Lifestyles with George. We've got George. You know, he's our co-host who we bring in sometimes for different opinions and dialect on different subjects that we talk about. So we appreciate Mr. George's opinion. And we're going to, everybody saying hello, George. Can you see that?
I can't see none of the comments.
Okay. Everybody's saying hello.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. So, like I said, I want to see who's coming in the chat. Tori, definitely, absolutely. You know, that devastating loss I had the other day really has affected me because, again, we were just talking Friday evening. We were just talking the same day evening that he was killed. So it's definitely affected me. And so, yeah, I'm just trying to get through it. Looks like we already got a long comment from Lala, so we're going to see what she says before we even get started. She's already ready to go. So,
Lala.
Yeah. Latria, hold on. Lataria Jones. I'm sorry, Lataria Jones.
Okay.
That's Lala/Lala.
I know a Lala. I just wonder if it was her.
Okay, so I'm going to give you her comment before we even talk about it. And let her, speak her piece. Miss Teresa, what's going on? Teresa said, hello, George.
Hello, Teresa.
I stand with the women being allowed to make choices far as their bodies go. However, as a Black woman, this is not my fight. Black women don't have the same access to maternal care as other women. So we'll let that set to the side. And again, I want to see who all comes in first. Terry said, hey, we got them rolling in already. So we're going to see who all comes in the chat. I'm a year older. I said I'm a year older. And I'm trying to get adjusted. If you see me moving around, I don't have to use the bathroom. So I got to get a new chair. So when I get my new laid back chair, then I won't have to do all that adjusting. So I'm still adjusting my makeshift chair for now, but that's okay. I'll get that nice luxurious chair sooner than later. But yeah, everybody, I'm older. Thank you, Lord. I made it. I'm the big 5-0 now. It feels kind of weird to say. Just like when I turned 40, I forgot that I was 40. It felt that I didn't understand. I just felt different. But I mean, I'm going to get used to saying 50. I was kind of already jumping the gun a little bit, telling people I was 50. So I was told I didn't look 50, whatever 50 looks like, and I appreciate that. So hey, I'm gonna keep on pushing, Lord willing, and we'll make another year, and we'll be able to talk about it next year. So I'm just glad that I'm here with my Lifestyles family, and again, I made it another year. Thank you, Lord, and we're still in the fight, and we're all gonna make it at some point. So let's get to it. We got some new comments. Yes, Tori, I am 50 years old now. Thank you. I appreciate that compliment. Keep them coming. That will get you everywhere. But yeah, I definitely am 50 years old. And I'm not ashamed to say it because some of my friends, unfortunately, did not make it. I can't pour any liquor out right now, but I'm going to pour some fake liquor out for my buddies. In a moment of silence. Miss you, buddy. Miss you, JB. Miss you, Cuzzo. Melly Mel, Jamel. Miss you, Cuzzo. Darren Marion. Miss y'all. Miss y'all. So what are we going to do about this Roe versus Wade? I want to ask the women. I've got more women followers like right now, so I kind of want to ask some of the women how they feel about Roe versus Wade being turned over by the Supreme Court and how this changes abortion rights in different states. Of course, different states are going to be different. So I want to kind of ask some of the women, as Lala already gave her opinion on how she feels about women's rights or what women's abortion rights or whatever. Of course, you have your opinion on women's abortion rights. You're not a woman, but yet you have your own opinion, and I have my own opinion. And we're going to get these women's opinions on the chat, and we're going to see Miss Daphne, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Yes, I'm a year older. I made it. Thank you, Jesus. We're going to see what everybody else on here is saying and what how they feel about that situation. So yeah, I mean, this is something I never really thought about a lot when I was younger. But now that I'm older and I understand, of course, I heard Roe versus Wade when I was younger. I didn't understand. Well, I didn't really. It's not that I didn't understand it, but I didn't research the case, so it really wasn't a big deal to me. Now that I'm older, I get it. I understand what the case was about and what it means, what it meant, and what precedent it set in the early 70s. I get it now. So now that it's being overturned, saying that a woman cannot now abort a fetus at conception, or right almost after conception, they can't abort a child, is definitely a touchy subject, and women all around the country and are really standing up right now, and are upset and are just really expressing the way they feel about this new precedent that's been set from the Supreme Court. George, I mean, I don't know. How do you feel about this, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel sorry for the women, man. I really do. So remember we was talking earlier. I said I think the women should go on strike, man. I mean, I don't know how you want to protest and strike. I know they're protesting the day the decision came down, and they're still probably protesting around the nation. To take that option away from women, it's sad, because there's so many different things that could happen to someone while they're carrying a baby. Miscarriages, tubular pregnancies, just to name a few that puts a woman's life in jeopardy. Then you think on top of that, what if like this the main thing they were talking about, what if somebody rapes you? Do you want to carry the baby of somebody who raped you? Incest. Do you want to carry a baby of somebody who was a relative and have to live with that? It's really tough. Now hearing they're talking about Clarence Thomas, the Supreme Court justice, talking about going back and trying to review the women's rights to have birth control, baby pills and contraceptive aids to stop you. Yeah, it's really sad. And you got to think about these Supreme Court justices. They retain those jobs for life. Not the president. 8 years, you get elected twice. The president, senators, what's it, 2 years or 4 years, or congressmen? Why are these Supreme Court justices able to hold these jobs for life when you make decisions like this that's going to impact the lives of so many women, man? It's a damn shame. Put it like that. It's a damn shame. I mean, I'm not going to tell a woman what they can do with their body. If you want to get a tattoo, is that going to be the next thing on the docket? Well, a woman can't get a tattoo. A woman can't get a personal piercing. And now they're talking about all these other individual rights, like civil rights. They might come after those next. And this country was founded on the basis of freedom of religious persecution, the separation of state and religion. So now they utilize that to make their claim for pro-life agenda, and it's sad. And I hope that one day they'll come down to the reasoning in the Senate and the House of Representatives and say, hey, we got to take these guys out of here. You can't get a lifetime term in the Supreme Court. Maybe you could do 5 years as Supreme Court justice, maybe 10 years, 2 terms. But it shouldn't be a lifetime term, because these are the kind of guys that you get on, that was placed in these positions on a political agenda. And now you get something that totally impacts a woman's health and a woman's rights. And I think that's totally unfair.
I agree. I'm gonna send a shout out to a few people. Suzette, Peggy, Shay. They said hello. Hey everybody. Miss Yvette says, if a woman was sexually assaulted, like we were saying, and gets pregnant, she shouldn't have to keep her baby. That she doesn't want her. That if she doesn't want it, it's her choice to terminate her pregnancy if somebody had her pregnant or whatever. Miss Debbie said, what they have to do with their bodies. This is America. All we need is choices. Okay. I get it. I get the gist of what it's saying. I mean, you got a big, I don't know percentage wise what women feel like, because remember, you got religious, this is a religious thing too. So you got angelic Christian women praising this, Catholic women praising it, I guess, I don't know. And then you got women that are still Christian, but still feel like it's a right to the woman. It's a woman's right. So it's just, I don't know percentage wise what, you know what I'm saying, what the women, because women are split. This isn't a men thing right now. This isn't a men thing. I mean, we can have an opinion on it, but this isn't a men thing because we don't get pregnant. So, I mean, I just wonder what the split is on that as far as women are concerned. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? Future implications of this, when you think down the line, say for instance, you were from a low income community in all these states and U.S. territories. Okay. So now you can't, if the governing party, say the Senate or the state Senate and the governor says, okay, no more abortions. Think about the future impacts of that. You're going to have a group of people that might have unwanted babies that will be placed in foster homes or into a system. And those kids may become good citizens, or they may be another pipeline to the institutional, to the prison system. And on the opposite end of that scope, you have people of wealth that are politicians, governors, friends, or whatever you want to say, ultra elite people that are going to be able to go get on their private jet or something like that, and fly to another state and get an abortion, while they are being hypocritical about you not being able to get an abortion as a woman. But then, and I've known a person in the past that worked in an abortion clinic, and I was told that there was people out there, women out there that were protesting abortion, that was so-called pro-life, and they came into the same clinic and got an abortion. So there's going to be a lot of hypocrites out there that are saying, no, I don't feel like you should get an abortion. But when the stuff hits the fan and it's on them, when they're pregnant and they're not ready to have a baby, they'll be walking into those same facilities if they have to go out of town or if it's in their state, and they'll be getting an abortion. Maybe they'll put the baby up for adoption, maybe they won't. But when you think about it, it's going to be, okay, so you're making a woman have a baby full term. She can't afford to have the baby. She's in a tough situation. as a single mom, or maybe a family that can't afford another baby, and you're telling them, okay, we can't have the baby. We got to have this baby. So how's government going to help out raising that child? Zero. Zero. Okay. They're trying to get rid of the welfare system. They don't want people to have too many food stamps. So basically, you're creating a society that you're not willing to take care of. And it's sad. You know, you're telling somebody what you can and cannot do with your body. And now, you know, we got that new star on the ID, not to go off on the ID star when you're supposed to go out of town on the plane and everything. So who's to say that they don't, when you get on that plane to go out of town to have an abortion, if that's your option to go to another state, and they start questioning your reason for going out of town. And then they've noticed that when you go through their camera or TSA and they see, okay, she's carrying a baby, but then you come back and the baby's no longer there. Then you get back to your state and you go to jail. That's what I look at. That's the dark side to me of how government is going to start controlling these people. And then they probably tell you, well, I want to have a child. That's probably going to come up next. I want to have a child. No, you can't have a child. The population's already meets this standard, or you can have one child and that's it. So we got to be careful when we're voting these people in office.
Yeah. Tori, so Tori officer, she has a couple of eyes. So
she has a couple of who? You're freezing up. Can you see me?
There.
I can hear you, but you're freezing up.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I can hear you, but you're freezing up.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, she says, in my opinion, and for someone who has kids are a huge blessing, and everyone has a brain, knows what sex can and will lead to: condoms, birth control, everything you can use that can prevent. Then she says, that isn't 1,000% safe. So that being said, I say I am strongly against abortion. So I am glad it's banned. However, to each its own. But people have kids every day, and they were never ready. So, yeah, I mean, hey, I totally understand, Tori, and to have kids, but they do every. Let's see. So abortion isn't stopping pregnancy, nor is it making it sad to think what or where the baby will go now that abortion isn't an option anymore, though. A lot more. Yeah.
Okay, to those people who,
you know,
I got a question for you. For those people who say, okay, I'm against abortion. Okay, what if let's say you're a same-sex couple, or you're a heterosexual, male and female couple, however your dynamics may be, and the individual, the woman that's carrying the baby, has a tubular pregnancy that might kill her. What are your thoughts about that? Should the woman put her life on the line and die because she's having a tubular pregnancy, or should she terminate the pregnancy? Those are the dimensions that you have to look at. So if you take abortion away, you're talking about killing two lives, not just one, but two.
But evidently, again, like I said earlier, they don't care. You got different misconceptions, or maybe not misconceptions of the reason why they're trying to get rid of abortions. Shay said, I'm freezing up. Am I still freezing up, Shay?
Yeah, you come in and out a little bit.
And I can see that my Wi-Fi is low. That's crazy. For some reason, it's pulling that phone.
That's the government listening to this podcast.
So we only got a couple minutes left anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's just, this is just going to be a touchy subject from here on out. And women just I think this is going to make, what I was saying is, I think that this is going to make everybody, or what I would think it would make more people responsible, more people not bringing kids into the world. That I think finished on a good note. Let's finish that on that note. More people responsible, not bringing unwanted kids out into the world that you really didn't want anyway, but you let this man lay down and make love to you without a condom. You didn't ask him if he had one, you just let him put it in. So then you are mad at the man. Once you get pregnant, you're mad at the man that you cussing the kids out once you had a baby. They little motherfuckers and this and that, because you're unhappy you had a baby, because you weren't responsible. And that's the bottom line, being responsible to what you're doing. We're all adults here. We know cum makes babies, period. And when it hits an egg, boom. I've seen it with my own eyes, being a witness from an in vitro doctor. So I've seen it with my own eyes what it happens. So to prevent that, wearing condoms, don't try the pull-out game, because everybody's not good at that. So you wear your condoms, you take pills, you do what you can do to be more responsible, and then maybe we'll prevent unwanted pregnancies without having to get an abortion. That's my say for tonight. Thumbs up the video, everybody. Share the video out. If you're not a subscriber to Lifestyles with Eric, please subscribe to Lifestyles with Eric. George, you got the last word, buddy.
Hey, I just want to say, everybody, if you're going through that situation, take your time to evaluate your situation carefully. I'm on the fence. I like to see healthy children born and come into this world, but I understand there's other dynamics that plays into a personal decision, and for the Supreme Court to come off and take an individual's right to decide what they want to do with their body, and if they want to bring a child into this world, I think it crosses the line, because it's not for us to judge. In the end, the higher power or higher spirit or whatever you believe in will be the one to judge you. And I think that there should be some options left on the table for people who are in dire straits or in a health situation where it could kill them or really mess them up really bad. So that's my final word, and I'll go out there and think about who you're voting for, because going to the election polls and casting your vote really counts. And everybody take care, and I wish you the best.
All right. And salute, my friend. All right. Everybody take care. This has been Lifestyles with Eric. I really appreciate everybody's opinions. Abortion only be used in that medically necessary. Okay. That's true, Teresa. I feel that too in some cases, and you're right. It takes two, and people should be responsible. It takes two people to be responsible. Later, Peggy. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you coming in. Thanks everybody for coming in. At some point I thought I enhanced it, but it's still doing what it wants to do. So sorry about that, everybody. Have a good night. Have a blessed week. We'll see you again soon. All right, this is Lifestyles. All right.